Hi everyone, this is Dr. Ernesto from Attaboy Cowboy, and today I want to talk about why you feel so tired. Most common questions I get from patients is, Doc, why do I feel so tired? Why am I tired all the time? Always give an example. I oftentimes have to go to court, and if I go to court, I don't know if you've ever been to court before, it's very draining. You can be there an hour, or you can be there all day. Obviously, the longer you're there, the more exhausted you feel. But no matter how long I'm there, when I leave, I feel like I need to take a nap. Why? Because when you're there, there's something usually important on the line. But you're focused. You have all your brain power focused, and you're thinking a lot. And thinking is kind of like an engine on a car. Think about a car. You give it gasoline, you burn the gasoline, and you move. But there's a byproduct. You have carbon monoxide, which comes out the back, at the muffler. So in your brain, it's kind of the same thing. Your brain is like a huge motor. It consumes 30% of all the calories that you eat. It's gonna go to your brain, and it's the part of your body that consumes the most oxygen also. So when you eat and you're feeding all those calories into your brain, all that oxygen, and the motor's working, you're thinking basically, making decisions, you're gonna have a byproduct. One of the many byproducts is called glutamate. It's a protein. This protein starts to build up slowly in your brain the more thinking and the more decisions you make. And as it builds up, it's kind of like sludge. You start slowing down. Your thinking gets less clear, you feel kind of foggy, and the quality of your decisions is going to start declining. That's why oftentimes they'll say that you make the best decisions in the morning, because you haven't made a lot of decisions yet. And if you have important decisions to make, you should make them early in the morning. And they say you have approximately 10 good decisions a day. Now, in general, people have to make more decisions now. Life is more complicated. I remember before, if I got hungry, I just looked in the fridge and I grabbed something and I ate. Now you have to think about if you want to call Uber Eats and order from like 1,000 different restaurants, or if you want to go online and order something, or etc. It's just, there's a lot more decisions because we have a lot of technological power, which helps augment our cognitive power by using smartphones, laptops, computers, smart homes, all this kind of stuff, smart cars. That gives us more brain power, but it gives us more decisions. That's why you often see like tech moguls using the same clothes every day, wearing the same clothes. Or I should say, I'm sure they're changing clothes, but the same style every day. Or food, some people will do the meal prepping. They'll make the same food, they'll eat the same food every day. It's basically to cut down on the number of decisions that you make. That's why in your daily life, you don't want to waste your decisions. You don't want to be messing with looking at social media or things like that, because it kind of wastes your decision-making abilities. And you're going to have less available to make good decisions. What starts to happen, because there's so much cognitive stimulation, you're making so many decisions, you start feeling tired because this glutamate builds up in your brain. The more tired you feel mentally, the more tired you're going to feel physically, because you're not going to feel like exercising if you're exhausted mentally. So what happens? Because you're feeling mentally tired, you're not going to want to engage in physical activity. That's where the negative feedback loop starts. You're feeling mentally tired, so you feel like you don't want to exercise. So you don't exercise, so then you actually start getting weaker, your body. The weaker you are, that obviously the weaker you are physically, the weaker your brain is going to be. The reason being is that when you have physical activity and you move, you do exercise, you swim, walk, whatever you do, you build up something in your brain called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. That BDNF helps your brain function better, and it helps you store more memories, and it helps your brain be more accurate and more efficient. So the more you exercise, the more this BDNF is created inside of your brain. That's why as you age, it's more important that you exercise. It's always important, but especially as you get older, because otherwise you'll start having memory loss, and your ability to cognitively will actually start declining because of the lack of activity. That's why when people start exercising, they'll say, wow, ever since I started exercising, I feel so much better, and I'm thinking clear, and my decision making is better. Exactly. Because the better off you are physically, the more your brain's going to be. So let me give you 5 strategies you can use to help improve mental fatigue and remove this sensation of feeling tired all the time. Number 1, obviously exercise. The more you exercise, the more BDNF you're gonna have in your brain. Also, remember we mentioned that most 30% of your calories are consumed by your brain, and it's also one of the most vascular parts of your brain where a lot of your brain blood goes and oxygen. Well, if you exercise, you do vasodilation, which means your venules, your veins, your arteries, everything opens up. You have more blood flow. The better your blood flow, the more blood you're going to get to your brain, the more oxygen, the more nutrients, the better your thinking is going to be. And in general, your overall health. That's why it's important to exercise. Number 2, making sure you're taking breaks, specifically exercise breaks. If you work a 9 to 5 job, make sure you're taking your lunch break to go for a walk and pack yourself a sandwich or a finger food, something that's easy to eat while you're walking so you get those 30 minutes in of walking. That helps, again, improve the blood flow to your brain. You get more nutrients, more oxygen, better decision making. You get 2 15-minute breaks, same thing, go for 15-minute breaks. It helps break up your day. It's gonna help you get better blood flow in all of your body. It's gonna help your decision making. Number 3, improve your food quality. Now, like a car, if you give your car cheap gas, it stalls, it backfires. You start getting buildup in the machinery in your car. It's not good for your car. Your body is the same way. If you're eating Cheetos, drinking Coca-Cola, eating a lot of sugar, or eating meats, you're gonna have decreased blood flow and decreased nutrient density to your brain. You're gonna have this decreased quality of decision making and decreased cognitive functions. You're gonna feel tired, mentally fatigued. And then of course, as we mentioned before, that negative feedback starts building up. More mental fatigue, more physical fatigue, etc. So it's going back and forth. Now you might ask, well doctor, why would chicken, fish, beef, pork cause decreased decision making? Because when you eat something that's difficult to digest, think about when you ate a prime rib or some fried chicken or a hamburger. Afterwards you feel tired. The tissue of the animal is difficult to digest. So it's gonna redirect more blood flow to your stomach for digestion, which means less blood flow to your brain. That's why after you eat a heavy meal, you feel tired. If you have a test or an important meeting or something to do where you have to think a lot or going to court, don't eat, a ham sandwich or something or some bacon. It's gonna make you feel more tired. So what should you eat? Things that are easy to eat. Vegetable-based foods are better. They're easy to digest, higher nutrient density, which means more vitamins and minerals and things that are gonna make your brain function more efficiently, which means better decisions. Number 4, this is one of my favorites, taking a nap. Sometimes I'm up late working on a book or I'm writing notes for a patient and I'm like, dude, I'm tired. Or even in the middle of the day. If I can, I'll go and I'll take a 15 to 20 minute break. I'll go to sleep. Oftentimes I'll just lay down, I won't put the alarm on, and I'll wake up 20 minutes, I feel refreshed. Why? Because throughout the morning I was thinking, I was making decisions at work or, writing a book in court, whatever it is I'm doing, and my brain is already full of glutamate. So what do? Take a break, go to sleep. In Latin American countries, they take a siesta. Instead of a 30-minute lunch, they take a 1, 2, 3 hour lunch. You go to sleep, and while you're asleep, your brain does house cleaning. It starts to clear out that glutamate out of your brain, and it starts to do pruning. It gets unimportant information out of your brain. So when you wake up, it's like you reset the computer. It's ready to go. You have another set of good decisions you can make. That's actually one of the most powerful ways to decrease mental fatigue, especially if you have a job or you're doing something that takes a lot of firepower, like studying, or you're a professor, you're doing research or anything. Even if you're a mechanic or you're cleaning a house, whatever it is, everything takes decisions. So anytime you're making a lot of decisions, try to take a nap in the middle of the day, even if it's in your car or on your office desk or something. Again, that's going to help with the pruning. It's going to remove those glutamates, and you're going to be sharp. Number 5, stimulants. Now, a lot of the stuff you take, you don't want to take. A lot of the stuff they sell in all these supplements, not real good because they overstimulate you, and that's not real good for you because it's going to make you get even more tired. You're going to crash faster, and the quality of your decisions after you make your good decisions is going to decline more precipitously. So you might have a few good decisions, but after that, they're gonna be really low quality. So what kind of stimulants? Well, some things that are a little more natural that aren't too overstimulating, like maybe a little coffee. Caffeine in coffee is good. Tea, like some green tea or any other kind of caffeinated tea, is gonna cause vasodilation again. Your blood vessels are gonna open up and you're gonna have increased blood flow. So when I'm feeling tired and I need to stay up to work or to study or to read or whatever, what do you drink? Some caffeine. Everybody uses that when they're in school. It helps you study better, it helps you sharpen. But be advised that if you take too much, again, you're gonna have a crash. So you wanna take it as needed, and you don't wanna overstimulate, because overstimulation can cause a crash. Again, so to avoid mental fatigue, it's multifaceted. Look at, number one, the quality of your food, and number two, are you getting enough physical activity? Those are the two main factors affecting people that are saying, oh, I feel tired. I don't know why I'm always tired. What's wrong with me? I'm tired. It's probably not your sleep. It's probably the quality of food and the lack of activity that you have. So thank you for listening, and from Princess Cruise Lines out here on the Pacific Ocean, this is Dr. Ernesto. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.